Guys, BTS's comeback has officially begun. Today, Netflix released such an incredible trailer that I honestly haven't been able to calm down since the moment I watched it. There are still 15 days left until the album comes out. How are we supposed to survive this? Seriously? This time, they're coming back in such a huge way. A 14-track album, a concert at one of Korea's most symbolic locations, a global live broadcast. There's so much happening. BTS's new album ARIRANG will be released on March 20th, 2026. This will be the group's first new album in 3 years and 9 months, and it is already being highly anticipated by millions of fans around the world. One of the things that excites me the most is that just one day after the album release, the group will perform in the heart of Seoul at Gwanghwamun Square, where they will present a special comeback performance. What makes this concert different from the others is that it is not only prepared for the audience in the square but for the entire world. In other words, the whole world will be able to watch this concert at the same time. Live. Isn't that incredible? The concert will be broadcast live worldwide on Netflix, and this broadcast is considered a very important step for the platform. That's because this event will be the first live performance from Korea that Netflix will stream globally. As you may already know, Netflix made an agreement with South Korea in 2023 and announced a massive investment of $2.5 billion. Netflix representatives have also said that they do not see this event as just a concert broadcast. According to them, this live show will be a true global live experience, where millions of people living in different countries around the world will watch the same concert at the exact same time. In that sense, the concert aims to create a shared moment that goes beyond language and cultural barriers. The show will be directed by Hamish Hamilton, a name recognized worldwide for live event productions. Hamilton previously directed the 2012 London Olympics opening ceremony, worked on major events such as Super Bowl halftime shows, and has staged performances for artists like Madonna, Beyonce, and Rihanna. So friends, it's safe to say that an all-star team has come together for this event. Because of this, BTS's comeback concert will not be just a music performance, but an experience that takes over the entire city. Netflix has practically shut down parts of the city, public transportation schedules have been adjusted, and additional security, medical, and restroom facilities have been set up in many areas across Seoul. In other words, the whole city is preparing for a massive concert. This is because the scale of this event goes far beyond the stage itself. The location of the concert and the expected crowd have already mobilized the Seoul City Administration and many government institutions. According to officials' estimates, around 260,000 people could gather around Gwanghwamun Square, but honestly, I think this number will go far beyond 260,000. For example, when Tarkan held his free concert in Izmir, it was initially expected that around 300,000 people would attend. But do you know what happened that day? Nearly 1 million people showed up. That meant almost 1 out of every 3 people in Izmir attended that concert. Considering that Seoul has a population of about 10 million, I believe at least 1 million people could gather in that square, and since Netflix will broadcast the event live, I honestly think we might even break the record set by the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. That match was watched live by 108 million people, making it the most watched live sports event in Netflix history. I think BTS might break that record as well. With such a massive crowd expected, the city is of course making several changes and preparations to manage the situation. The city administration and the police have been preparing comprehensive security plans for days. Officials announced that many different institutions will work together to manage crowd control, traffic organization, and overall security measures. On the day of the concert, several arrangements will be implemented in the city center. In addition, large LED screens are planned to be installed around the square so that people can watch the performance more easily. This way, the goal is to allow even more people to follow the event. Because of the expected size of the crowd, the city's infrastructure is also being adjusted for the event. Authorities stated that 894 public toilets will be available in the area, and additional portable toilets will also be installed. Even the city's metro system has been prepared for the concert. Extra train services will be added as a precaution against the massive crowds expected that day. The city administration is also planning to launch a website that will provide information about traffic arrangements and security measures for the event day. This site will include details such as traffic control points, the locations of toilets, and the positions of medical clinics. For international visitors, these maps will be available in 4 languages: Korean, English, Chinese, and Japanese. Due to the expectation of a very large crowd, it is also being discussed that some fans might wait around the Gwanghwamun area the night before the concert. The police are planning to increase patrols for this situation. However, they also noted that it would not be easy to forcibly disperse people who are waiting in public spaces. While such a massive event is being planned in the city, many nearby cultural institutions have also been affected. For example, Gyeongbokgung Palace, one of South Korea's most important historic historical landmarks will be completely closed on the day of the concert. On the same day, the National Palace Museum of Korea will also be closed to visitors. Security inspections will be conducted around the museum area and control teams will be stationed near important entrances. Some performances that were scheduled at the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts have also been cancelled or postponed because of this event. As preparations for such a huge organization continue, discussions have also started on social media. Some internet users criticized the fact that so many arrangements are being made for a music group's concert and argued that it was unnecessary, claiming that many people in the city would have their daily routines disrupted because of the event. Personally, I don't see it that way at all. First of all, this will generate an incredible amount of tourism revenue for South Korea, and it is also a perfect opportunity to introduce their culture to the entire world. Meanwhile, rumors had started circulating online claiming that the concert duration had been limited to 1 hour by the Seoul metropolitan government. However, Hybe clarified that these claims were not true. According to the company, the decision for the show to last around 1 hour was Hybe's own choice. The reason behind this decision includes factors such as crowd control, audience safety, nighttime noise regulations, and public transportation management. And honestly, with a crowd that large, even a 1-hour concert is not a small thing at all. By the way, on the day of the show, BTS will not only perform the songs from their new album, but will also sing some of their previously released global hit tracks that achieved massive success around the world. This huge event has created impacts not only in terms of music and city organization, but also economically. In the past, it has been observed that accommodation prices increased dramatically during BTS concerts. For example, after a concert held in Busan, it was reported that some hotels raised their prices by up to 7.5 times, and certain businesses even cancelled existing reservations to resell the rooms at higher prices. Because of this, the South Korean government has announced new measures. Before major events, accommodation businesses that cancel reservations without a valid reason may have their operations immediately suspended. Restaurants and lodging facilities that fail to clearly display their prices in advance or do not follow the announced pricing may also face similar penalties. In other words, the government has practically introduced new regulations because of this BTS event. The show is expected to be so massive that even the government has implemented new rules and regulations to manage it. Maybe it's just me, but this really feels unbelievable. I'm honestly extremely excited. Speaking a bit about the album itself, the new album will contain a total of 14 songs, and the track titled Swim is expected to be the title track. It has been reported that RM played an important role in writing the lyrics, and the song is said to carry a message about continuing to move forward despite the difficulties of life. Also, the group released a trailer today for the show that will be broadcast live on Netflix. Honestly, it has been a long time since I watched something that made me this excited. The trailer begins with RM saying, "We promised our fans that we would return." I have to admit that moment really made me emotional. Another thing that caught my attention in the trailer was the line, "The biggest group in the world is back together." I'm sure that sentence alone has already started a lot of discussions online. And I won't lie, the phrase "the legend returns home" made me feel incredibly proud. I honestly felt like a parent proudly talking about their child's achievements. Right now, many BTS fans are waiting for this album and this performance with huge excitement, because these fans stood by the group with patience and love even while the members were serving in the military and the group had to take a long break. In my opinion, BTS fans truly deserved a comeback like this. If you ask me, after a 3-year break, a comeback should be exactly like BTS's, big and spectacular. Weeks in advance, they started releasing content about the album. They held live broadcasts, 2 Netflix documentaries are coming, there will be performances, a full 14-track album, and many other projects. A comeback should absolutely look like this. Honestly, this is the kind of comeback I would have expected from Blackpink as well. By the way, Netflix has also prepared another documentary that will show the behind-the-scenes story of this comeback. The documentary titled BTS The Return will be released on March 27th and will tell the story of the group preparing a new album after 3 years and 9 months. Personally, I'm now waiting for March 20th with great excitement. Get ready to see a lot of BTS videos here, and if you don't want to miss anything, you can subscribe to my channel right now. I love you all very much. Goodbye.